oh my God, I can't believe it. An old man stealing? What are you thinking?
All right.
The scene when it cuts to the nurse holding up the x-ray and you can just clearly see a toy car in his ass. No, they don't they don't pretend to poop. He takes down his pants in the middle of the store and shits in a toilet. And he was just like, well, that's disgusting. This isn't even a movie. It's just a collection of terrible decisions, and we're here for it. This is The Binge, a show that merges the two greatest things this world has to offer, movies and booze. Each week, we make our way through an entry of a franchise and get a little drunk along the way. This week, we begin the Jackass series with Jackass, the movie. I'm your host, Joshua Ryan, and today I'm just drinking simple little bourbon and Coke. With me, as always, my co-host, Timbo Jones. What's up?
What is happening, Josh? I am so excited to do
lots of stuff.
A deep dive into the writing, into the cinematography, into the character development of this wonderful Oscar.
What was their arc? What was their journey? What was their goals?
What was Steve-O thinking when he did indeed shoot a bottle rocket out of his ass? And I'm glad you asked those questions because tonight it's going to be answered. And with me is my sidekick. My beverage
The hell is
a
Why is it all bumpy?
whiskey. I know. It's a glass. It's cool glass. It's a whiskey and
You should get that checked out. Is that supposed to look like that?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to freeze it off. That's what you got to do. You got to freeze it off. So I got enough ice in there to freeze it off. But I, too, was like, what would the guys from Jackass drink? They drank whiskey, but I'm getting older. I need to tonight I wanted to do a little cocktail. So, yeah.
Oh. They do love the cocktail. With us, joining us for the second time, Jeffrey Nelson. You were with us last on The Incredible Hulk when we were doing the MCU Phase 1. And that was a weird episode because it was the only time we've ever had two guest hosts on at a time. We thought it was only fair that we give you your solo go at it. And you were like, Jackass, I want it. I need it. Give it to me. Shoot it up my butt with a fucking anal beer bong. I don't know. Give it to me.
That wasn't the
It's a later movie that happens.
Dude,
Put
spoilers.
in a condom, lube it up. Let's go to the doctor. And what am I drinking? I got Creature Comforts Tropicalia. And my Stanley Cup, of course.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
So basic.
Speaking of that, cheers, everyone.
Raise a glass.
Cheers.
Raise a
To
glass.
Jackass.
Stanley.
Jackass.
The movie.
My glass is
So they call it
pleasure.
Jackass, the movie, because it, of course, started out as a TV show. It originally was pitched to HBO, which is more fitting because, you know, HBO is uncensored. HBO can get away with a lot more stuff. But apparently HBO was extremely offended by the series pitch. They didn't find it funny. Johnny Knoxville said the pitch went terrible. Jeff Tremaine said that they were straight up disgusted, and it was just like one of the most awkward pitches he's ever done in his life. The very next place they take it to was MTV, and they described the complete opposite. They said the people at MTV were cracking up at the reels that they had put together and were immediately like, we want it. We're taking this show. Which this is not a show you would expect to be on network television because they do such crazy shit that network television, especially back then, you know, early 2000s, had to censor so much. But hey, they did it, and it ran for 3 seasons. So what's y'all's relationship to Jackass? Were you there at the beginning? Were you guys watching it on MTV?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was there from the beginning. It's funny. I was thinking back to it. You know, I knew this question was going to come up. And was like, the Jackass lore when I was in school was like such a huge deal. Everybody knew every stunt that was on the show, whether they had seen it or not.
Right.
But my parents had foolishly put a TV in my room when I was younger. So, like, you know, the Family Guy reruns on Adult Swim or whatever was on Adult Swim. And then, like, yeah, Jackass anytime it was on. So, yeah, I was all about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, I was there from the beginning. Me and my friends were doing the jumping in bushes, BMX jousting, pushing each other into bushes, and just all the kinds of crazy shit. And then, like, what was it, like Naps? Maybe not Napster, like LimeWire and all that stuff. You can download some of the early stuff, which was like, because Bam was doing his own thing with like CKY.
Oh yeah.
And then Johnny Knoxville, I'm sure we're talking about, and John Knoxville was doing his own thing. So like it's really funny watching those first episodes again, knowing that where they're not together for anything. It's just a collection of these two people essentially pre-internet doing stupid shit with their video camera.
This was before YouTube. This predates
this
YouTube.
Before YouTube. So you're doing this shit just at home and showing your buddies like, look at the dumb shit we did.
Hey, look at what we did.
Which sadly
just
I also
recording it on
did.
fucking VHS tapes.
Me too. I'll talk about the only good stunt me and my friends ever did that was actually funny. Is my best friend had an electric stovetop in his parents' house, so we had a impartial person turn one on and let it get hot, and then turn it off. So you didn't know which one was hot because it was just black. And then 1, 2, 3, everyone slammed their hand on the stove, and one of us, burnt our hand. It was hilarious. The only funny one we ever did.
Y'all are the reason this show ended up getting canceled because of jackasses like you trying to copy
100%.
what you saw on the TV. Because it only ran for 3 seasons before it got canceled, which inevitably led to the movie. We wouldn't have the movie if the show hadn't been canceled, really at the height of its popularity. And when it got canceled, the demand for it grew even more, which is why a movie worked. But even before it was a show, it got its start as a magazine, which is a little crazy. So Knoxville had an idea for a run of articles for magazines that involved testing self-defense weapons on himself. He pitched it around to a ton of different magazines thinking, hey, this will be funny little articles. I'm testing out, tasers and beanbag shotguns and stuff like that on myself. And so he ends up reaching out to the skateboarding magazine after he's been shot down by everybody, the skateboarding magazine called Big Brother, where Jeff Tremaine is an editor. So Tremaine is the one who convinces Knoxville and says, these stunts need to be on video. Like, this is a really good idea. This is funny, but this isn't going to work in writing. We got to put this on video. So a clip of Knoxville testing out a bulletproof vest was included in a collection of like skateboarding stunts and stuff that Big Brother put out on a skateboarding video. And this is really right there kind of the start of what Jackass would become. So Big Brother, the skateboarding magazine, consisted of Wee Man, Chris Pontius, Dave England, and a ton of the people who would go on to be behind the scenes. A lot, the cameraman, the cinematographer, all these people, Jeff Tremaine, who becomes the director of all these, a lot of them started at this Big Brother magazine. Now, simultaneously, as this was happening, another group, Tim, like you talked about, called CKY, was putting together videos of compilations of skateboarding tricks, pranks, and stunts. And this group was led by Bam Margera. It also had Ryan Dunn, Brandon DiCamillo, and some other noticeable Jackass alums. Jeff Tremaine sees one of their videos, the second video they put out. He flies Bam to LA for a meeting, and they merge the two. And that's what Jackass becomes. Which is such a crazy thing to just be like, we want to just do dumb, crazy shit. Oh, there's another dude doing dumb, crazy shit. Let's get him involved. And then you see nowhere in here does it list Steve-O. So I got curious. I was like, well, how did Steve-O get involved? Where did he start? Looked it up. Fucking Steve-O went to clown college.
Yeah.
Steve-O was trying to be a clown at like Barnum and Bailey and shit, and he couldn't get picked up. So he was... And Jeff Tremaine just happened to see him doing clown shit and was like, hey, you want to join Jackass? And he was like, fuck yeah. And he just came in. He didn't even know any of the people. He didn't even get in through the two things that started it up. It's so funny. Now he is one of the, I would argue, defining characters, of the Jackass.
Of Jackass.
Like you go, like obviously Knoxville. Okay, so Knoxville had like the best idea of just being, hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, welcome to Jackass, because we repeated that forever, and that's very like SNL, their nightly news on SNL, whatever the fuck, that's how Chevy Chase got huge. And I'm Chevy Chase, and everyone learned his name from there, so whenever you're on the weekend update, that's what it is. So whenever
I'm Jeffrey Nelson, this is the Binge.
There you go. Hey, see, he's gonna be the most famous person from the Binge, and they're gonna be like, isn't he from the Binge? What about those other two assholes? So it's like, obviously you always know Johnny Knoxville, and then you know Bam, because that's just a cool fucking name, Bam Margera.
Right.
And then you're like Steve-O, and then like maybe Chris Wee Man, and then like I really like Chris Pontius because he's just got a fun name, and he's just such a funny laugh. And then you're like, what? The other guy's like Preston, and then there's Dave England, and then you're like trailing off, which is kind of sad.
Grab himself.
Danger
Aaron.
Oh no, and Ryan Dunn. You remember Ryan Dunn because he does some good stuff too.
So the main three like creative people behind this, the ones who are listed as the creators of Jackass, they're listed as the producers, are Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and Oscar-winning filmmaker Spike Jonze. This is the guy behind Being John Malkovich, Her, Where the Wild Things Are, and Adaptation. He's been a part of Jackass from the beginning. It's kind of wild. He doesn't do a lot on camera, but he definitely does. He's in this movie. He's in the old man makeup. We'll talk about some of his stunts. But Jeff Tremaine and Johnny Knoxville have said he really was kind of the driving force of making this be able to happen, because when they are going to pitch to, you know, HBO or MTV, Spike Jonze was the only legitimate one amongst them. You know, Johnny Knoxville was just some random dude who wanted to get shot with beanbags and tasers, and then Jeff Tremaine was an editor at the skateboarding magazine, and then they had Spike Jonze. I don't know exactly how Spike Jonze got involved. I tried looking, and they were just like, yeah, he's been with us since the beginning, but I don't really know exactly how. I don't know if maybe he knew Jeff Tremaine, but anyway, so those three are the creators of Jackass. Jeff Tremaine is the director of Jackass the movie. There is no written by credits on the wiki because there's no fucking writing to it. They all just came up with random dumb shit to do.
Was it nominated for original screenplay?
Not original screenplay. It did get a nomination in the win. We will talk about.
Oh yeah.
The cast, as we talked about, we have Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, Wee Man, Chris Pontius, Preston Lacey, Dave England, Danger Aaron. These guys were only paid about $5,000 a piece for this movie, which is insane considering what they did to themselves.
They only got $5,000 for the movie? Like, we're not even talking like TV show. What do they get paid for the TV show? Like fucking $50 and a bag of Funyuns and a dime bag? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Knoxville,
3 or 4 cases of Modelo.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
They've been pretty vocal about basically saying because they were so new and they were not in the business and they just wanted to be on TV, that they basically signed contracts that screwed them over. And that while the show was a huge success and generated all this stuff, they made very little, is basically what they've said, off of the TV show, which you can see here on the movie. They each get about $5,000. I think Johnny Knoxville and maybe a couple of the main guys had some back-end stuff, maybe based on profit and whatnot. But as a whole, they did not make a lot of money for this first movie. The movie released on October 25th, 2002. Opened number 1 at the box office. So this weekend at the box office, we have Jackass. We have The Ring at number 2. We have Ghost Ship at number 3. 4, Sweet Home Alabama. And 5, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's a lineup. Yeah. Now, funny story, we talked about you guys having watched the show. I didn't grow up watching Jackass. I actually had never seen the show before I went and saw the movies. So me and a group of my high school friends, I think I was like a sophomore when this movie came out, we would always hang out on the weekend.
You guys were like 15 or 16 when it came out, right?
Yeah.
So we were at the mall and we would always go hang out, and one of our parents' mom was always like our chauffeur and would just drive us around, and she would sometimes get us into R-rated movies and then she'd just like leave and go do her own thing. And I wanted to go see Ghost Ship. We decided we were going to see a movie. And all my friends, I wanted to see Ghost Ship. And all my friends outvoted me, and they were like, no, we're gonna see fucking Jackass. And I was like, I don't want to see this dumb shit. I hadn't seen the show. I didn't really know what it was. I was like, this is gonna be stupid, but I got outvoted. So I was like, fuck it, whatever, I'm going in. The mom who gets us in, you know, because we were too young to get in, buys us the tickets, goes in, she's just gonna leave. She ends up staying and watches the whole damn thing. And then among the hardest I've ever laughed, probably in a theater, and this got me thinking, what are the movies that made me laugh the hardest in a theater going experience? And I think it is Jackass. Some of these are from when I was younger, so if they're dumb movies that wouldn't really make you laugh that hard today, Jackass, Austin Powers 3, Goldmember.
Dude, that was mine.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, dude, I wrote it down. Goldmember, I fell out of my seat laughing. My mom was like, "Get up,
dude!" It was that Borat. As I got older, also would say Super Bad. Oh, and from when I was little, The one scene in Ace Ventura 2 when nature calls, when he's climbing out of the rhino's ass,
Pushes out
that's
the-
probably
did
the
you
hardest
buy
I've
it?
ever laughed at any time.
Did you buy the rhino? Oh, it was up for
Oh, it
auction.
was for sale, man.
Did you
Just sold.
for Borat? Did you ever watch the Ali G show?
Yes, I had seen clips of the. I watched the Ali G
Okay.
show when it was on HBO. I had seen that.
Yeah, because I watched that too. I loved it when he was asking a congressman if he was afraid that trains were going to run into the White House, and the guy was like, "Well, you need to lay down tracks," and he's like, "Yeah, all right," because he kept doing the fucking hand thing.
Yeah.
It's like he's legitimately asked this guy. He's like, "How the fuck is that possible?" That shit's hilarious. I don't know.
And
what
then
the
he
name
did-
of that one.
He did Bruno, which was another spinoff.
They were
from
all
that.
part of that.
That's a
His
regular
character,
character.
his repertoire.
Yeah, and there was an Ali G movie too. That one wasn't as good. The Ali G movie.
No.
Theology into house.
Yeah, in the house.
So
In the house.
of these movies, Jackass, The Ring, Ghost Ship, Sweet Home Alabama, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, did y'all see any of these in theaters?
No.
Good question.
Oh, Jackass, yes.
Jackass.
Yeah,
Didn't
Ghost
see the
Ship.
ring. I saw my grandma bought it for me and my sister on pay-per-view. Ill-advised.
Oh my god.
It's straight
was
up
scary,
nightmares.
That'd make you poop your pants.
Yeah, the ring fucked me up for a while.
Yeah.
Never. I still haven't seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding because
I mean, either. I got a DVD of Ghost Ship in the other room though. So I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I still.
I did
yeah, I've
end up
never
getting to
seen-
see Ghost Ship in theaters.
Oh, did you? So wait,
Yeah.
was Mike with you? Did Mike outvote you?
Yeah, Mike was there.
So I when I finally did see Ghost Ship, I saw that on HBO, and also not a good horror guy. So I think I had nightmares too.
That opening scene when the boat cuts everybody in half.
Yeah, that wire scene. It's kind of all downhill from there, but it's still
Yeah.
spooky.
Happens when you get cut in half.
Yeah.
The runtime of this movie is only 85 minutes, but they make every single minute count. By the nature of this type of movie, there's just isn't a dull moment. This thing just goes and goes.
The moment you start seeing that it's over, you're like, it's over already? Like,
Yeah.
it left you perfectly wanting more, which was funny because you're like, we've had so much already.
Oh, so much. The amount of gags that they squeeze into this is insane. And it's funny, when they first pitched to Johnny Knoxville that they wanted to do a Jackass movie, he was apparently like, no, I don't see how that works. And in his mind, he was thinking that they meant like a narrative film, and he was thinking that they were going to hire actors to play all of the guys. And he was like, no, I don't want to sign off on this. Like, who's going to play me? And then they were like, no, it's going to be the show, just with a bigger budget. And you can be raunchier. There's no censorship. You can do whatever you want. And he was just like, "Oh fuck yeah, let's do that. Like let's make that."
April Margera say fuck, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the tagline: "Do not attempt this at home." It's fitting. It works.
It's
Simple.
right on the
I
nose.
mean, it works as a tagline. It does not work as a warning.
It's true.
Oh,
Nobody
no.
listens to that shit.
Yeah, they're like, clearly we put it in the front and at the back, like in the beginning and at the end. They're like, no, seriously, don't do this at home. And then all of us dumbasses were like, oh, okay.
And I remember,
We're going to line up and shoot each other with paintball guns.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. I remember, like, even as a kid, you're walking. If you didn't push your buddy in the bushes, like, were you even friends? You know, like I remember you'd be walking down the
Fucking hate my
sidewalk.
friends.
And,
push
well,
them everywhere.
I can't wait to push you in a bush. And like, I would see a perfect bush to push him in, and I would like start moving down the line because it'd be like 3 of us or 4 of us to get in the perfect position to shove him in the bush. And they would do the same thing to me. It was reciprocal.
Yeah,
It was
course.
reciprocated. Yeah. We had this nice bush. I lived in a corner house. We had this bush that just took up this whole corner. Man, we would fucking ride our
Just
bikes.
love
and hit
talking
the
about
curb.
Bush, man. God damn.
Dude, who doesn't? Dude, it's the early 90s. We all about Bush. Come on, man. Actually, it wasn't early
Talk about
90s,
Big
but-
Bush.
Early
Nice bush.
2000s.
What's wrong with
Early
Bush?
2000s.
Dude, it's early 2000s. Bushes were still they were kind of on the way out there, and then
Might have been a bush in the White
Bushes
House.
were on the way out. What
Oh.
the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean? Bushes were in the early 80s, early 80s, 90s, but then like
You're talking
they
about
started-
foliage?
Wait, are we not talking about?
Landscaping.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah. You know, maybe we should move on from bushes. I'm just trying to push people in bushes. They're trying to push me in bushes, and me and bushes, we get along.
All right.
I was trying to see how long we could just sit on that one for a minute.
That was like the perfect Josh taking a sip. Was like, I can't talk right now.
Fall out of the seat
So-
like Gold member.
Yeah, this does not seem.
God.
This may not seem like an awards movie, but this got a pretty significant awards nomination and it won it. This movie was nominated for the Golden Raspberry
I was gonna
of
say,
most
yeah.
flatulent teen-targeted movie. I don't know what the fuck that means, but the
Yeah, like
most
farting?
flatulent teen-targeted movie, and it won. I don't know what movies it was up against. I didn't care enough to look, but that's what happened.
How much farting was in the movie? There was a lot of butt in the movie, but not
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of
so much
farting.
butt. You see a lot of ass.
There's a lot of butt. There's a lot of
Is
things
there
you
anybody's
didn't wanna
ass you
see.
don't see?
Joe?
Dame's mom.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his dad. You see everything. It's,
Oh yeah, you see
Never
that. It's a hairy
all
man.
of him. He's a big man. Talk about making a career out of beating the shit out of your dad. Like, hot damn.
And that-
how much money they made.
Making a career out of getting the shit beat out of you by your son.
I know, but like my buddy, I had a college buddy who I still have a buddy who's when I met in college, he was from that part of like Pennsylvania or like the town over or some shit like that, and he would talk about how you would see those guys like Bam and all and Redund and like the dad and stuff, and how they kept getting kicked out of like neighborhoods. Because of
Yeah.
how crazy they fucking were, sending the fireworks off and doing all that crazy shit. So the HOA or whatever, the neighbors would be like, "You need to fucking leave our neighborhood because this is getting ridiculous." So when I,
don't
was
understand
watching
an
His
HOA.
friends.
How's an
So
HOA
this-
work?
I don't even know.
How's a
but I know
Karen Just gonna come tell me I
they
gotta
were-
move.
They were Karens before they're Karens because they got money. And so like when Bam is beating him up and doing the fireworks in the house, and then later 5 hours later does the fireworks in the truck, and it's all from like midnight to 5 a.m.
Dude,
I'm just
that's
hearing my
such a
buddy tell
funny
these
run.
stories of just like, get the fuck out of our neighborhood. Yeah.
Well, while we're on
His
that
son came
topic,
to our yard with an alligator.
so
Alligators are fine.
we
That was
need
during
to-
the day.
before we jump into the movie, talk about how Jackass the TV series also spawned two other spin-off series. We got Wild Boys with Chris Pontius and Steve-O, where they just go around and do
Yes.
fucked up crazy shit with animals
I love Wild
travel
Boys.
all
I
over the
watched
fucking-
shit out of it.
all over the globe and just like let tigers like gnaw at them and shit. And Viva La Bam with Bam Margera just fucking with his parents and his uncle Vito. I watched both of those. I know I didn't watch Jackass, but I fucking watched Wild Boys and Viva La Bam. I don't know why I watched those, but not Jackass. But good
Well, 'cause
stuff.
they were
I
canceled by
imagine
the-
if I tried to watch Viva La Bam now, it's probably really bad and almost unwatchable. Would be my
Oh, I'm
guess.
sure all of this is all unwatchable, but like you at that time, you couldn't watch the original Jackass because where would you watch it? You'd have to like buy DVDs at Walmart in the $5 bin or some shit like that. Like there was no internet
Few
and there was
years
no
later, maybe you
streaming.
could pirate. Yeah.
Yes,
But
you could probably do that.
Even then, like 2003, not really.
Yeah, so it's like obviously you'd watch that stuff. Like Wild Boys, I fuck with some Wild Boys. That shit was
Wild Boys was good.
hilarious.
And
Because
Steve-O
I'm a big
and-
fan
and
of Steve-O and
Pontius.
Chris Pontius. Yeah,
They
those
made a
guys
good duo.
together. They
And,
make a great duo.
What was his
Oh.
name? Manny was the animal
Yes,
handler.
was the
And
animal
who's
handler.
in this
Yeah.
movie? Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And he's in
crazy
this.
animal dude.
Yeah, he walks in at the wrong time. He's got bad timing.
You guys ready to talk about this movie?
Yeah, I do. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking do it. First, I wanted to just start by talking about some bits that were filmed and ultimately cut. Because some of the shit they did, it's like, I would hate to have done some of the crazy shit that they done and not even have it make it into the movie. So here's some of the stuff that was filmed and cut. Gene LaBelle, who I guess is like a MMA or he's a stuntman and MMA dude. He choked out all the cast like one by one, like making them go unconscious. Ryan Dunn gets sprayed with bear mace. That's
Bear
in the
mace.
credits. You can see
Yeah.
that as the credits roll. In the face by Bam Margera. Wee Man is skating while being dressed as a penis. That's good stuff. Preston Lacey, who's the real big dude, gets fat fuck carved into his hair with those clippers that they go around with. Dave England poses as a caricature sketch artist and draws inappropriate drawings of people when they come up. And he apparently posted this to his own YouTube channel when YouTube did become a thing, and they immediately took it down because it violated YouTube standards.
Every fucking YouTube standard.
Yeah. Steve-O pouring beer into his anus with a garden hose, which was later retooled and redone for. We're going to see that again in the next one when they do the beer bong up the anus.
Which is super
Chris
dangerous.
Pontius and Dave England putting a bicycle lock around a crew member's neck. Let's see.
Sounds
That's about the gist. That's about the gist of the good stuff.
I know that in the credits.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
They've also got the. No, you're good. But they've got the stuff they filmed at like the action park place where they're like skating and crashing down the old defunct water slides and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't help but think like, how did that not make the main cut? Like, that was wild.
Yeah, and I'm also like that because I know in later movies they don't have like a whole like chain of events kind of thing. Like Wee Man did this, and then someone got hit on this, and then like it's all like a mousetrap kind of a thing. I couldn't remember if that was in this movie or not. So when I saw Wee Man on the penis with the balls, I was like, oh, I guess it is this movie. But it was
Dude,
not.
there's 5 of these fucking movies. Well, there will be by the time we get there. You know, we record early, so 5's not out yet, but we're recording right up to and including the brand new number 5 when they're all like 60 years old. That'll be fun.
Dude.
The opening of this movie, they're in a huge shopping cart. This is an iconic scene. Now, that giant shopping cart that they ride in was not custom built for Jackass. It was originally built and used in the 1981 sci-fi comedy, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Preston Lacey saw it on the studio lot and was like, look at that, that'd be fucking sweet. And then they bring it in and they all riding it down the hill and they get the iconic fucking opening. That's from, and so after I read this, I'm familiar with the movie, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. I've never seen it. So after I read this, I clicked to find the link of a giant shopping cart of The Incredible Shrinking Woman, and it's in there. She's sitting in it, and they make it large to make it because she's shrinking. The whole point of the movie is this woman gets smaller and smaller like every day. So they made it to look like a normal shopping cart with her in it.
Dude,
and
I totally thought that was just in the budget. I thought they made that fucking shopping cart because that's like the most iconic
One
thing.
of the most iconic TV shows.
It's on the poster.
Yeah.
Push into the curbs and flip each other into the bushes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was part of the show. But no, they just saw it on the studio. It said Preston Lacey's the one who saw it and was like, look at that fucking thing. We should use that fucking thing.
That's hilarious.
And so they
So
did.
Josh, so you never saw the show. So have you ever been in a shopping cart pushed into a bush or a snow embankment or
I've been pushed in a bush. I've been pushed in a bush in my day.
by your tush from a guy
I've been
named
pushed in a bush by my tush.
Bush? Okay.
No.
I feel like-
I used to fuck around. Sure. Listen, hey. I used to fuck around in my
I
day.
used to get squirrely in my time. Yeah, because like
I used to get a little frisky.
From the show, we definitely would have used and abused shopping carts. I think Jeff and me all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just
shopping
fucking
carts.
shit up. And then you just get yelled at. And then I think
trays at McDonald's or Burger King.
Yes.
So you go fast on the slides and hit your friends at the bottom.
yeah.
The first big stunt that we get in this movie, not even really stunt. I guess this is partial stunt, partial prank. Great scene. The first big one that we get is the rent-a-car crash up derby. This is where he rents a fucking car. They take it and they just totally destroy it in a derby, crashing it, doing all this crazy shit to it. And then Johnny Knoxville tries to take it and return it when it is absolutely destroyed. They have fucking blow-up dolls buckled in the back seats and all this. I thought this scene was hilarious. The way that these guys are able to sell it. Johnny Knoxville just being so just kind of timid, but also infuriatingly
What's your problem?
stubborn about what he says, where he's like, I'm not going to pay for it. You guys are going to have to pay for it. You guys rented it to me. It's your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that he runs away. I love that he's like, all right, I'm going to go outside and think this over, but you guys got to figure this shit out. And he just pulls them out and then just starts booking it.
The two dudes,
The owner's 4 steps and then decides against chasing him.
they were so chill for what was going on. They were incredibly calm and cool. for this car being returned by this literal fucking jackass who's just like, yeah, I hit a dog. And they're like, I think you hit more than a fucking dog. Like, this thing is wrecked. And they're like, you're going to have to pay for it, son. He's like, no, I don't think so. You guys are going to have to cover some of the costs. They were just very, very calm and cool. I was surprised. They handled themselves.
Well, I wonder if Knoxville can stay that stoic with it because they know that they're going to have to pay for it anyway. Or do you think they just got away with it? Like, fuck it, let's get in the car and bounce. Like, they have to pay
I would
for
imagine
it.
they would 100% paid for it.
Yeah, because they had to get all the people's fucking to sign.
Yeah, all these people had to sign. They had to sign
releases because, like, you can't. Otherwise, they all would have blurred the fuck out. You know, unless this is back in the early 2000s when they were like, "Fuck that, we do what we want."
No. They had to. In fact, I have notes in here. We'll be talking about some releases.
Do you have a note about the the tire going through the windshield in the derby scene?
No, give me your notes. What do you got?
So I can't remember if it's Jackass 1.5 or another interview that I saw, but Johnny Knoxville talked about how that was the first time he had a real brush with death filming Jackass skits because that wheel when the tire comes through the glass,
would have many more.
You can't prep that. Yeah, the rocket ship and one of the later ones being the actual closest I think he ever came. But I just remember that when I was on this rewatch, I was like, oh, there it is. Like, I mean, it's 1.5 feet from hitting it. That's not planned. You can't prepare for a spinning tire through the windshield. Crazy.
Well, hey, they were paid $5,000 for that, so
right, of course.
That's a lot.
They knew what they were getting into.
He knew what was good for him. I don't know the name.
I'd forgotten how much of this movie was just them fucking with Japanese people in Japan. So much of this movie is just them doing dumb shit to the Japanese. Why were they even in Japan?
Why not?
I tried Googling it to find why they were in Japan, and they were like, the internet was like, why not? And I said,
because because I don't know. Okay, I don't know much about Japanese culture, but aren't they like super rigid out? You know, when they're out and about, but then at home they're kind of like freaky.
Maybe,
you know what I mean? Because they have those fucking vending machines that have like girls' underwears and shit like that, don't they? Someone said they did, and I believe them.
Oh,
so I think it's funny messing with them because like they're supposed like very proper,
and
then you got
freaks.
fucking Chris, secret freaks, and then you got Chris Pontius who's like, I like to party. I'll party right now,
Japan?
Dude. I had that Party Boy song on my MP3 player, and we
Party Boy people.
Hell yeah, I would 100. Yes, that was one of the. I like Pontius. He was one of my favorites, and I would 100% Party Boy people. And just
who'd you Party Boy? Anybody famous?
No, sadly.
Did you ever Party Boy a president?
No, we never had. I did not have sexual relations with that president.
Oh, I get that reference. Hey, you know what I forgot to mention? The box office and the fucking budget up top. Because when we're sitting here talking about,
I really wanted to hear it.
Why did they go to Japan? Well, they had a budget of $5 million, which is such a small budget for a movie. But for a movie like this, that's a pretty damn decent budget because they only paid the people $5,000 a piece.
Yeah, that's it. And nothing.
So a big chunk of this budget was probably spent on traveling to Japan and, getting hotels and airfare and stuff.
Probably.
Box office total of almost $80 million, $79.4 million. Domestically, $64 million. So it made a ton of fucking money off of its budget. With a budget that small, anything's really a win.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing, $80 million, and I like that it was $64 million domestic, but $80 million worldwide. Like, what other countries were watching this, and what do they fucking think of us? Like, what were these Japanese people thinking?
Totally.
They were like, yo, these guys are hilarious. Well, because we're all dumb Americans. Like, everyone makes fun of us anyway, so they got to see us being dumb. And
they don't love us?
See? I don't think so. I don't think they love us. I don't think they're a big fan. Jeff, what do you think?
Well, I love
everybody loves me.
That's fair. That is fair. I don't know anyone who doesn't like you, to be quite honest.
I like everybody.
Well, debatable.
There are a lot of alligator stunts in this movie. Alligator crocodiles. I'm going to use them interchangeably. A baby alligator bites Knoxville's nipple.
The iconic poster.
Terrible. Steve-O does the like crocodile tightrope with raw chicken hanging out of his fucking butt crack.
He makes about 2 steps on the tightrope walk.
Yeah. Okay, so this brings the question. Would you rather let a baby alligator bite your nipple or do the crocodile tightrope with the chicken or raw chicken in your ass?
Well, question 1, am I getting $5,000?
Ooh, good
you get
question.
$5,000 for either stunt, but you got to do one of them.
I mean, sign me up for the nipple, I think, because I was physically cringing during the tightrope.
I might do the tightrope.
I might go tightrope too, because at least then you only might get bitten. With the baby alligator, you know you're getting bitten. I don't want my fucking nipple getting bitten off. My God.
But also, like,
I don't use it. I don't think I've ever used it.
That's true, and if you lose it, I mean, there's a story.
And you got a spare. So
You've got something for every corporate retreat, right? Like,
what would you put
hey,
in
tell
there?
a fun fact.
If you lost a nipple,
Alligator.
what do you put in its place?
Oh my God, I get the alligator.
beer tap?
I get
you get the alligator eating it. Yeah, you get a tattoo of the alligator. No, you get like a pepperoni slice. And pop it on. Lick it. Pop it on.
Well, that's only going to last like a couple weeks.
Well, then
Before
you
I
get
get too
hungry.
give me
hungry.
like
Yeah,
5 minutes, I'll eat it.
Yeah, you got a snack. Snack on the go. Well, I like that Steve.
Got Ritz cracker on the other side, so you can just kind of.
There you go. I like that Steve-O almost ran into the smaller crocodile that snapped at
The one
him.
on land.
Dude,
Yeah,
okay.
he did the tightrope and then almost got bit on land.
We're talking
been
about
funny.
this really quick and like jokily, but this motherfucker, that was a pit full of fucking crocodiles. That is so idiotic, so terrifying.
No. But who's more the idiotic one? Steve-O being the tightrope or Pontius being in the fucking water? I know he's with the animal handler next to him, but he's in the fucking
He's
water.
got a handler, Tim.
But he's fucking handling that raw chicken and
He's
Steve-O's
holding
butt.
raw chicken next to.
Yeah.
Do
Like,
you think it's scarier to go near
alligator.
Steve-O's butt or a crocodile?
no, I think it's scarier to be in the water with the crocodiles with raw chicken heading towards Steve-O's butt.
But they were all focused on Steve-O because they were like, the fuck is this dude doing?
I don't know, because at the end of the time, Steve-O didn't have the chicken in his butt cheeks. He wasn't making it clack or quack. Wait, what do chickens do? Cluck. He wasn't making it cluck.
Well, he'll get there.
These are
Now, another alligator scene. Bam pranks his mom because, as we said, the whole thing, they fuck with the mom, puts a giant-ass alligator in the kitchen. Now, he says that since they are a movie and they are uncensored, his goal is to get his mom to say fuck before the movie ends. And with the alligator prank, he does this because she says that's the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, which it is. Now, you have to imagine, because this shit had been going on for so long with them, because even before Jackass was a thing, he was fucking with his parents, with the
CKY.
videos he was
CKY.
doing. So every crazy shit that happens, they know. I think that they are still like surprised. I don't think he plans it with them, but it's like you're in the know. You know what you're getting into. You know what you're up for.
Yeah.
Like, by now, you got to be like, fucking Bam, what are you doing? Unless they know, they might not know what's going on, but they know not to say it like that so that it can still work for TV, because otherwise the whole thing's gone.
Yeah. And again, a good test case for Viva La Bam in this movie, right? Like, with the alligator,
This
the
is
fireworks hitting Phil
Viva
Willis
La
on the
Bam.
toilet.
The shit that they
the
do
pilot.
here
It's
is
like the
Viva La
pilot
Bam.
for Viva La Bam.
Yeah. But also, I think Bam's dad, Phil, said it too. He's like, you're getting too fucking crazy with this shit. You're losing your fucking mind, Like, he was over it. He's like, I'm just trying to take a shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you're going fucking nuts. It's all going to your head.
I'm trying to Google. Okay. Bam Margera's parents, how much do you think that they were paid per episode for Viva La Bam?
$5,000.
I mean, let's see, certainly not enough considering it was in their house. I don't know. Run it to us. I got no educated guess.
So, because I was just sitting here thinking, like, okay, when they pitch it to the parents and have to get them to obviously sign off on it, and they know the whole premise is they're going to be just fucked with and tormented, I was like, how much money does it take? They got $300,000 per episode.
Okay. Good.
That's how much money it would take for me. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I would do that.
Well, I'm thinking they demolished half their house and rebuilt it while they were away one day. You know, it's like,
Oh yeah, did they
You
build
could
like
do
the
that with
skate park
$300,000.
yeah. It's like, holy shit.
In the early 2000s, $300,000, that'd build you a whole new house. Yeah.
too? Yeah, what?
3 houses.
Yeah,
In 2003, 3 houses for $300,000.
that's why they were living in the nice neighborhoods, getting kicked out all the time. I think even one episode, didn't they say they had like a notice saying to get the fuck out or some shit?
Maybe.
There was some episode. I wasn't sure if it was Jackass or not, but there was like a notice like, "Hey, they don't want us here anymore."
It was probably Viva La Bam because they did a lot of shit in there. So I like the shoplifter skit. This is when they do the old man makeup. So they have a few times where they do these old man makeup. Sometimes Spike Jones is there. I always want to call him Johns because it's spelt weird. And they have Johnny Knoxville. And what are you making the face, Tim?
I thought it was just called. I thought it was Jones. Wasn't it Spike Jones?
Jonze. Spike Jones.
Jonze.
Oh well, I can't spell. So
Like Johns.
joke's on you.
And they do these skits in the old man makeup multiple times, and they even did like a bad grandpa or a dirty grandpa. No,
Dirty
one of them
Grandpa.
is a Robert De
Bad
Niro
Grandpa.
movie. Dirty Grandpa
Oh, yeah.
is the Robert De Niro.
Dirty, yeah, Bad Grandpa is the Knoxville.
Is the Jackass.
Dirty Grandpa.
So
is
they
the
did a bad
Niro.
grandpa like spin-off where it's just Johnny Knoxville in his old man makeup with like a kid pulling pranks on people. So that's a big part of their pranks. But this the shoplifter one, he's just in like this bodega, just stuffing stuff into his sweater vest, and the cashier can't believe it. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it! An old man stealing? What are you thinking?" He's getting so mad, and I love that how no matter how much he yells at him and pulls it out of him, Johnny Knoxville just keeps grabbing at other stuff and stuffing it in there. And at one point, Knoxville screams that he was Lon Chaney's lover. Now, Knoxville apparently had no idea who Lon Chaney was. He was the silent film star, the OG Phantom of the Opera. He had just seen Lon Chaney's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like before he went in there. And was just like, "Oh, Lon Chaney. That's a cool name."
There's a name.
He screams, "I was Lon Chaney's lover," like before he goes in.
But I like the guy. What does the guy say back to him when because that was at the end of the sketch. He's like, "I was Lon Chaney's lover." Well, go back and love him.
Oh yeah, I know, he was quick. The guy was quick.
That was great, dude. That guy was great.
My
He was the owner.
favorite part when they get him out, Knoxville still tries to pick up the little chef statue, and carry it
But
away.
just perfect cherry on top. Just steal the chef statue.
And he's like,
on the way
"Put it
out.
down! What are you doing?" "I was Lon Chaney's lover."
Go back and love him.
So, on top of the funny pranks, the ridiculous, dangerous pranks, they do a lot of gross out shit in this movie. And I think this is the part that turns a lot of people off. I think this is the part that kind of secludes the audience a little bit because some of the stuff is pretty fucking grotesque. And let me just ask, was there a moment in this movie that made you guys kind of, anything that made you gag or be like, "This is almost too much"? Because I think they get there in later ones. This one, nothing really hit me there.
I think so. The closest in this one, the yellow snow cone.
Yes.
This
It
one
got
had
me.
my wife.
It felt
My
a
wife
little
was like
gratuitous.
dry heaving. Like,
Me too.
I'm
My wife walked out of the room for this one. She was
Yeah.
and she's seen I think she's seen all of the movies, except this one. So we went back to the original, and she'd never seen it. The same thing. She walked out. She's like, No, this is gratuitous." And like went to the kitchen. Or just like out of the room. I'm out of here.
So
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot the first one. I was eating lunch at one of the stunts. I was like, "Oh, this is fine. They're just doing a bunch of like dumb, stupid shit stunts." And then I was like eating lunch during the first real, like they all started puking and doing something. I forgot what that one was. But the one that really turned my stomach was the same thing. Was the yellow snow cone and how
I know
he
what
started
you're
going-
talking about.
Yeah, which one was that again? I can't remember.
Well,
That's when
okay, so the
cameraman
yellow
that
snow
famously
cone.
gets sick, right?
Well, the yellow
was-
snow cone was later. That
Yes, the
one,
yellow
I
snow
remember.
cone-
Yeah.
Comes later. That was Aaron McGehee. He pees into the snow and eats it. And they spend way too much time just watching him. He pees a hole straight through the snow cone because, he just pees the stream.
It was
And he
a
just eats
perfect
it,
amount of
and then
time to gross you out.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the skit ends
keep going.
when they just run up and kick him in the nuts and he vomits, which is a pretty perfect
which is
ending to that skit.
It's such a dude thing to do where he's trying to do this skit and he's like tormenting himself, and then some guy just comes and jacks him, kicks him in the nuts. Not even punch him, just haul off, kicks him in the nuts. He falls over and starts kicking him some more. And that's
vomiting.
friendship. Dude, that's friendship in
Friends.
the late 90s, early 2000s. That's your boy. That's your boy. But what was this? Do you remember the skit that I was talking about in the
Yes,
early?
yes. I have it right here.
What was that?
So
Yeah.
it was after the shoplifter. This is when they plan to go do the I'm going to sit on a toilet in the hardware store.
That's
and
what
take
it
a shit.
was. And I was like, of
And-
course, this is when I'm eating my lunch, watching this dude take a shit in the hardware store. But
I forget to write. I meant to write down who it was. I think this was also Aaron. Is going
was.
to shit in the toilet, and he's holding it on the van right there, and he's like, "This is the hardest. This is the worst I've ever had to shit in my entire life." And they start fucking with him, like Bam or Steve-O or somebody's like trying to like tickle him. He's like, "Dude, do you want to ruin the skit?" Like, and they're like, "Oh, it's that bad?" He's like, "Yes, I have to shit so bad." And then it cuts to like a minute later, and he shat himself in the van.
Shit his
and
pants in the van.
everybody is running out of the van, and they're puking. It's showing the cameramen are puking. I'm pretty sure we see Jeff Tremaine, the director, puking. I like that at one point, one of the guys that it shows as the cameraman, and they put up the little title of who they are. It was like, cameraman, vegetarian, and they labeled him a vegetarian as well. I forget who it was.
Yeah, it was like he's like documenting vegetarian or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but what's funny
man.
about this is he fully shits himself, and they're like, well, that's done. We got to leave. And then it says, like, a couple hours later, and it's him going back. Like, he was able to shit again that quick.
Yeah.
So they go into the hardware store, and he sits on one of the display toilets and drops a fucking nasty shit that looks just like a xenomorph from Alien when you see it. And what's funny is it looks like a baby xenomorph. But I remember describing this scene as a teenager to my grandpa about this, talking to him about it. And he was like, "Oh, big whoop. That's nothing. We used to do that when we were kids." And he's like, we go in, sit in the hardware store, just, and he's like, did like fake pushing. And we were like, well, yeah, but like he really poops into the toilet. Like, did you do that? And then he was just like, you're shitting me. His whole mind was blown. He was telling us that's no big deal. That's not that funny. I used to do that. And we were like, no, they don't fake. They don't pretend to poop. He takes down his pants in the middle of the store and shits in a toilet. And he was just like, well, that's fucking disgusting. And then his whole perspective changed on it. He was out. So yeah, that's the one, Tim, because they all were vomiting over his
That's
shit.
true. Yes.
They all were vomiting.
Shit in the van.
Disgusting.
Now, there is a throwback to the birth of Jackass in here where Johnny Knoxville pitched this as being a test out fucking, self-defense weapons on me. And we get Johnny Knoxville being shot with a less, quote-unquote, less lethal beanbag that law enforcement use on fucking perpetrators who don't want to comply. Now, this beanbag is shot out of a real shotgun. This thing is intense. Comes out 250 feet per second. And it comes out of a real shotgun, as I said. This scene, I was watching this. You can tell how scared Johnny Knoxville actually is going into this.
Well, yeah. You see him pacing around and shit. Who would be scared?
Especially
He's
because...
shaking, voice cracking.
Yeah. He says he originally thought he was going to get shot in the chest, and they were like, oh, no, that could kill you because of your heart. And he's like, fuck, you can see it. Like, he's like terrified. I was even tense. I was holding my breath at the beginning of the scene because I know those things are for real.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Somehow
joke.
when he put the shotgun on like the bench rest really made me kind of perk up a little. I was like, this is real. Like, ooh.
Yeah. Was this the one where the marketing was like, we can't show you it? You said that, and they show like audience reactions
Oh, it was
to
like
watching
audience
it,
reactions was
probably.
blurred.
right? That's
Maybe.
like too much for TV kind of a thing.
'Cause apparently-
yeah, I mean,
Apparently, a lot of people... You remember Apparently Kid? The viral YouTube video?
No, I know, but I love what you
No.
did.
Neither of you guys. Jeff, you know the apparently
Yeah.
kid.
I do not know the
Yeah.
apparently kid. Apparently.
He's getting interviewed at like a fair. He's like a little 8-year-old boy. He's a little 8-year-old ginger boy with glasses, and they're interviewing him, and he just keeps going. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
Oh,
Apparently,
yes. Okay.
Grandpa
yes,
likes to watch the Powerball.
He does. Now I know what you're talking about. 'Cause I had no clue.
So almost anytime I say apparently now, I say it like the apparently kid. Just go like apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, I remember that kid. Now.
Johnny Knoxville was scared.
He was
Tony Hawk is in this movie, which
Yeah, the
makes
Hawk.
sense considering its skateboarding roots. He joins for the segment Sweaty Fat Fucks, which is just them doing skateboard tricks in fat suits. And here's the
Tony
thing
Hawk-
with this movie, they have so many short little clips that are like, this is nothing special, but it's going to keep you entertained in between the main courses,
yeah.
in between the set piece. Like there's just a
I mean-
random clip of like Ryan Dunn or somebody running and diving into a ceiling fan, and it's like 10
Steve-O.
seconds.
Yeah.
Was
I
this
think my
Steve-O?
favorite of the short ones is the bowling alley one. It's just like if you like run skateboard down the bowling alley into the pin, skate down to the bowling alley, hitting the nuts with a bowling ball. Next
Yeah.
bit, we got it. Let's go.
But like
people-
the target audience, who doesn't want to watch Matt Hoffman and Tony Hawk fucking do their thing? I mean, we were we
I'd watch
played
them do
Tony
their
Hawk.
thing. I'd watch them do their
Like
thing
we
all
know
day.
those guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. X Games was just really getting going. Like we knew these people, and then we watched the show. We knew who they were fucking with. So it's like, yeah, I want to watch them do some crazy cool shit. Let's fucking go. Also, Tony Hawk was even in Bam's fucking like shitty. I'll say shitty movie. My one buddy, he really liked because Bam actually made a movie, and it is not good. But
About
yeah,
what's
I
it
do
about?
not know the.
Is it
I
about
don't
the
know the
state of
band
the environment?
No, I forget what it was about, but Tony Hawk was like a cop who like arrested Bam for breaking bottles. Was it Bam was the lead in it? I think someone like that. Yeah, it was very dumb. We gotta look that up at some point. Stay
You know
tuned
who else is in it?
to at some point, viewers, to get the answer to that question. If you're having fun with this, please like, comment, share, and let us know.
Oh, Tim.
You like
That's
that?
so
I
kind of
popped
you.
that in there just now. I'm getting better at this
Oh, you
thing.
popped it in there.
I am
In the bush. You popped it in the bush.
I knew it.
I'm having a great time.
You know who else is in this movie? Is Butterbean. And his skit is better because
Dude,
if you don't know who Butterbean
Let's-
is,
Most
he's a
iconic from the movie.
beast of a man. He is a professional wrestler, kickboxer, professional boxer, and Johnny Knoxville does a stunt, a skit called Department Store Boxing with Butterbean, where they go into a department store and they just box. Johnny Knoxville's a very, very slim built man. He's a very small man.
Yeah, but Josh, if I don't know who Butterbean is, what does Butterbean look like, Josh?
I just said he's a large man. He looks like a giant. Imagine
more.
imagine a thumb 100 times
Yeah.
the size a thumb should be.
There you go. There you go.
That's actually a pretty
Butterbean
good.
with a face on it.
Yeah. With a name like Butterbean, I hope you know he's a very big man, a very round man with muscle.
He's huge. So Johnny Knoxville, not huge. And it's funny because on the way there, where they're just going to box in a department store, Johnny Knoxville asks Butterbean what's the fastest he's ever knocked somebody out. And Butterbean says 18 seconds, including the 10 count, which means 8 seconds to knock him down. It's fucking fast.
Yeah, he held the California state record for 18 seconds. 10 of those seconds was the 10-second count. Oh my
That's
god,
insane.
that's insane.
I don't even watch boxing, and I'm like, 8 seconds? That's fucking fast.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim.
Oh,
The ladies like
Hey.
it that way, from what I
I
hear.
heard that from myself.
Like, they don't want to waste their
So-
time.
No, I got things to do. They got things to do. I can't be. I'm not a
It's
machine.
polite, honestly.
I'm a man, a simple, humble man. It's like a bull
I've got to
riding
watch the
contest.
Powerball.
apparently.
So they go in and they start boxing, and it's funny because Butterbean, you can tell Butterbean's going a little easy on him. He's playing with him a
In the
Go
little
ahead and hit
bit.
me. Go ahead and hit
Yes.
At least
He
get
tells
one shot
Knoxville
in.
to fucking hit him and lets him. And Knoxville lands a good one on him.
He does,
And Butterbean don't budge or flinch.
Do you think that's why Butterbean was like, "Oh fuck you"? Because Knoxville like didn't just tap him; he fucking tried putting
No, I think he wanted it. I think he
175 pounds into it.
I think Butterbean was in that like, ooh, you know, he was feeling it. I think when he gets in that fight mode, he's in fight mode, and so feeling the impact, I think just fueled him. I don't think it angered him. I think it fucking fueled him. He's like, that's what I like.
You can like see the change in his face too when he locks into
That's what I'm
combat
saying.
mode. He's like, just hit me, boom.
And I think he even says something afterwards. I think he's even like, there you go, or that's it. You know, he says something like that. And then he immediately knocks out Knoxville. And not a little knocks him out. I mean, Knoxville's down, knocks over like clothing displays, and is doing the unconscious deep snore, which is somebody who is not on this earth anymore. They are just doing that, you know, deep guttural snore, and you're like, oh, that dude is probably experiencing some brain damage right now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And then
like,
dropped what I consider the most iconic Jackass quote of all time.
What?
Is Butterbean okay?
Oh yeah. He
Sure.
wakes up and he says his Butterbean okay. Great line. I had that. I was like, these guys, for not being, you know, professional comedians or actors or anything, they've got great line delivery. They've got great timing. They fucking know what they're doing. This works because these guys are very good at it.
Well, it's funny because definitely like Knoxville, I think is like one of the best at it because he'll get pissed on or jacked up and all this stuff, and they'll have a good one-liner that really like just icing on the cake for the skit, you know, and then just is like, okay, I gotta go in the hospital.
Yeah, now let's go get head stitches like from Butterbean's punch.
So before we wrap up, there's two more that I really got to talk about. Two of, I think, the best things, and they're complete opposites, but they're still both fucking with people. The golf course air horn, where they just fuck with golfers on the course. They hide in the woods, and they just blast this horn at the end of a swing. And some of these dudes get so mad. Don't fuck with an old golfer. Dude, they get pissed. This dude's like, I'll give you something to play with, pal. This old man, that's such an old man threat.
Yeah,
you want to play with this, buddy? You want to play with it? I'll give you something to play with.
The fact that they blasted the horn when the guy went to hit the ball directly at him and he still fucked up his swing.
Hilarious. And it was so funny because you could tell when they thought of it and they knew it would be gold because the dude's clearly teeing off to strike at them. And they're like, oh, wait. Bang! And they blow it right as he's doing it. They're like, this is so good. And it was.
I like that the guy threw his club at him, and he's like, "I think I got your club here." Like, you really think you're gonna beat up these fucking guys? These two like old timey golfers? Like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like that shit. I wish there would have been a brawl. It's so funny.
Once you reach a certain level of age, they seem to just lose all regard. Some of these men for who they can and can't take on and just want to fucking fight the world. I've seen it many a time, so Tim. Too. It'll come for us all. We'll all be there.
Wait, Father Time?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Old men in golf clubs or Father Time? Well, I was going to say something that I need to own up to about the legacy of this movie. I won't say where exactly I live, but I commute past a municipal golf course with a tee box very close to the road, and I will honk in people's backswings to this day. Like if I'm coming around the corner, there's the tee box. I got him. My wife also gets very mad at that.
You're doing it for us, buddy. Because I lived on a golf course, but it's never
that millennial curse. I saw this at a very formative time. I can't see a guy rear back and not
do it. You had to do it.
Well, it's funny because when I talk about.
It's on them for making the golf course so close to the road. That's their fault.
I mean, that really is a problem. You know what else? It's like cemeteries next to the road. Why can't I drive down the road right next to a buried person? That doesn't feel appropriate, and I don't like it.
You know what's actually really fucked up? I-4 in Florida, they actually like just built it over the cemetery. I don't know if they actually moved the graves or not, But it's kind of one
That
of
is
those like
the literal plot to Poltergeist.
I know what I'm saying. It's like Poltergeist, where it's like, you just moved the headstones. You never moved the bodies. It's the same thing, I think.
I mean, it makes sense. It is one of the most cursed.
I also don't like when a
really
cemetery
is
just
really
has like a rinky-dink chain link fence or something. Like, make some sort of separation. Like, make it a sacred land.
Anyway, back to
Don't
Party
put it
Boy.
on I-4.
Would you party with Party Boy?
In a cemetery? Next to I-4?
I mean, anywhere. Japan, cemetery, Gatorland.
I'd probably party with Party Boy.
I'd party.
Wait, what does the partying consist of, Tim?
That's not, nope, that's not the
Tim?
question. The question, nope.
Am I getting
You said
roofied?
yes. No, you're not
mean-
going to get roofied. You're going to, unfortunately, you'll remember all of it.
This might be the perfect transition to the last stunt you want to talk about, right? Doesn't Ryan Dunn say I was partying with some guys last
Before
night?
we get there, speaking of the golfers, those two dudes who got so pissed would not sign the release forms to be used in the movie. Speaking of these, Tim, that we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
And they really wanted it because they were like, this is fucking comedy gold. Could we blur their faces? Sure. But it's so much funnier when you can see the face. We all.
Oh,
it's so
yeah.
much
And they
funnier
get the
when you
finger,
can see
the double
anger
bird at the
and
end.
the flipping off
Yeah.
and all this. The producers, which were just Jeff Tremaine and fucking Johnny Knoxville and stuff, it says they took them out for drinks and literally
Oh,
had to like.
shit.
They took them out afterwards and talked to them about it. And they were like, listen, man, this is what it is. It's a joke. It's a video of this. They took that and they bought them a bunch of drinks. Sounds like got them a little boozed up and kind of schmoozed them. And then they were like, okay. And they signed the release to be in the movie.
Man.
And you know what? Good on them. Because
Yeah.
I don't think they look bad. I have no ill will towards them for getting that pissed. I think it's fully understandable to get that pissed.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they come out looking like assholes. I'm like, no, I get why you're really mad. It's still funny that you're that mad.
They're getting pranked, and they're just like firing back. And the fact that the one dude threw his club because he knew it was going to happen, and then the guy had the secret ball in his pocket, and then teed up, turned, and started firing at him. Like, that's fucking funny. Like, they were not that they were defending themselves, like their honor was at stake, but the fact that they were so mad that they had to, like, they knew already ahead, dude, this motherfucker comes at me, I'm gonna fucking hit him. I mean, they may not look the best of, like, because they definitely would have got ass beat out of him, but, like, that shit was hilarious. They could have probably what was it, Evan, or was it not Dave England? Who's the guy with them? With Knoxville?
Smitty?
The other guy. He probably could beat him.
Schmeigel.
That's fine.
So they end.
searching
This
for
is the
Colin.
skit. This is the skit that I remembered because I saw this movie in theaters when I was young. Hadn't seen it in a very long time. But of all the skits, the thing that I remembered was shoving a toy car up your ass. This is what I remember.
Yes.
So the butt X-ray is the skit. This was originally intended for Steve-O. Steve-O was supposed to do the toy car up the ass joke, but he backed out. I don't blame him. He said it was partly because his dad said he would be very disappointed. His dad was very disappointed in the idea. So then it goes to Ryan Dunn, one of Jeff's faves here. Ryan Dunn. Great. They show. This is what's so great about this. They're not just like, we're going to put a toy car up your ass and then cuts to him at the doctor. They show him on the fucking hotel bed, naked with his knees to his head, ass out, them lubing it up and trying to shove it up his ass in a condom. This and that golf horn scene, when I say this movie is the hardest I laughed, these were the two scenes that I was like in tears getting an ab workout. I was cracking up.
Well,
this was a great one to end on. This was such a good one to end on because it's gross, but it's not so gross that you're like queasy, I want to quit. It's more of a gross, like, I can't believe they're going there. And because the doctor's reaction is so good. So when he goes in, Ryan Dunn's, the doctor is perfect.
So good.
Ryan Dunn's just like, hey, doc, I partied at a frat house. I got too drunk. I think I fell and I busted my tailbone. I can't walk. I need an x-ray. Doctor gives him an x-ray, and the scene when it cuts to the nurse holding up the x-ray, and you can just clearly see a toy car in his ass and her face just looking at it. The fact that they were able to get that camera angle, that makes the scene. That is the best clip in the scene because that sells the whole joke. And then it cuts to the male doctor, which what was he? He seems like he was like Filipino, like I don't know,
something Filipino Indian.
Yeah,
and he's just on the phone talking another language, and they subtitle it, and he's like, I don't know, they did some weird sex shit. He's got a car up his ass. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Despite all this doc was cool. This was a
cool.
dude's dude.
Life
the way
lessons,
he talks to him,
best advice
and he's like,
movie.
You don't tell anybody. He's like, she already knows.
Too many
He already
people
knows.
know.
That's too many people.
Already.
You don't fucking tell anybody else. That's a dude's dude.
Dude, that's a dude's dude. He was looking out for Ryan Dunn, which we never. R.I.P. Ryan Dunn. He did
R.I.P.
tragically pass away. Yeah, but like that's a dude's fucking dude. He's looking out for him. He's looking out for his boy he just met. And the fact that Josh, you sat there next to your buddy's mom watching this right now makes it even fucking funnier to me. Like you're dying laughing, and I'm assuming she's also laughing, and she's like, "This motherfucker is crazy." But like the fact that like it went from Steve-O being like, "You know what, man? I'm really glad I'm passing. You're passing. I'm passing." And it goes right to Dunn with, "I'm gonna take this lubricant and probably use the whole bottle." Like the cutting was perfect. The fucking editing was perfect.
The fact that they had to like take the name brand off the
okay.
with electrical.
Why didn't this editing Oscar nomination? This movie's edited.
It's edited
so
very
well.
Yeah, it's tight.
It's fast paced. It's tight. It's tight as Ryan Dunn's ass.
And none of it was over, like you said. Like they could have totally in that sketch. It totally could have been him doing that with the lube, Ryan Dunn being like, I gotta put this lube on me and whatever, and then cutting straight to like what he's putting in his butt, and then like, you know, them going over there. But like the fact that he's like just face to knees, spackling as he says his butt to get the fucking car. The animal trainer Manny comes in and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And like, you came in at the wrong time. You know, like all that shit is hilarious. And then Steve-O talking about it in the car on the way there, like, yeah, you know, your parents not mad at you. They're just
his dad would be disappointed.
Yeah, like that shit's all.
Yeah, your buddy's already got the car inside him, and then you say, well, my dad would be disappointed.
And there's Ryan Dunn. Yeah, with a car up his ass.
Yeah, but then like later when Bam's trying to get Ryan, like, yo, come here real quick, get here. And Ryan slowly walks up to the car and then peeks in. And he's like, I just want to see if you're gonna fucking run. He's like, oh, I'm not running anywhere. Like, fuck off. Like that shit sticks in. That lives rent free in my head since 2002.
I guess because we did touch on a little bit, like that's why I loved Ryan Dunn. He was always like the everyman of the bunch. Like Johnny Knoxville's a ringleader, Steve-O's a stunt guy. Bam's a hellacious dude.
I think you're right. That's a good way to describe
Ryan Dunn's almost like the audience insert. Like, here's the dude that you could know who's willing to do just like one thing crazier than an average friend group.
Yeah, like when he got hurt,
exactly.
You felt bad for him. Like I always felt bad. Like when like Bam, like pulled the fucking chain link door that went down, and then I think Dunn went into it and broke his arm. Like you always felt bad for Dunn because he was like Bam's best friend. And Bam just fucked with them all the time. You're like,
drew the short straw and had to box the Muay Thai fighter in the
my
God,
that's
the listen, I had a lot of notes that we didn't even talk about. We didn't talk about Ryan Dunn fighting the female kickboxer. We didn't talk about the running gag of the Clippers where they'd run up and buzz people.
Fuck that.
We didn't talk about the fucking wasabi snooters where Steve-O snorted wasabi and vomited all over the sushi restaurant. There's so much. You can't cover it all.
Oh, and the bottle rocket.
It's impossible.
The bottle rockets out of Steve-O's butt, and then they were attached to Pontius's penis.
Perfect. Cinema. This is cinema. That was cinema. You know why? They
Perfect.
built up to it. You see Steve-O shoot a bottle rocket out of his ass, and you're like, you give a little clap. I like that. The next one, Pontius ties it to his dick, and you're like, what? Okay, little double clap. Third, they launch it out of his ass while tied to his dick. Impossible. I was locked in
the face. Yeah.
Impossible.
And then they do, and then a nod to future Wild Boys. Pontius and Steve-O have shrimp in their dick, essentially, and they jump and get gummed to death by whale sharks.
Whale sharks, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they like that.
Which is so funny
there
because you
are
can
so
hear
many
Pontius's
things.
laugh, Pontius's iconic laugh, even during underwater, just laughing and getting rammed by whale sharks.
Yeah, there's so much to this movie because so many of the skits are small, so many of the skits are quick, so many of the skits are rapid fired. We can't cover them all. Like, this episode's already gone way longer than I expected us to go for this episode.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
If we keep going is the problem.
And there's a lot we didn't talk about. For some reason, Rip Taylor shows up at the end in a boat and it's like, it's over. Woohoo! I'm Rip Taylor and the movie's over. And again, 85 minutes, and that is including the credits. This movie is much less than an hour and a half. That's insane. And you know what? A perfect runtime. It didn't need. I would have taken more. That's the thing.
Perfect.
I would have taken more.
No,
I would have taken more, but I'm good with where it was.
The thing they teach people in filmmaking, you gotta want to leave them more. They fucking let you want to leave. Granted,
They
because
clearly
they have 4
did.
more movies. So
Because there are 4 more movies. Now, and I also love when credits show fun little extra things, and this is the perfect movie for that because they filmed so much that they didn't use, so the credits just have unused footage going. But this brings us to the end of the show, which we call Letterbox Time. This is the part of the show. Tim's giving me sad looks.
I don't know how do you score this? Were we supposed to score it?
Oh, I know how to score it. Good. This is the part of the show where we give our final thoughts, we give our scores, and we look at what the people of Letterboxd thought themselves. So this movie on Letterboxd at time of recording has an average score of a 3.4, and that is out of 185,000 reviews. The most common rating, 3 out of 5. Timbo, what are your final thoughts, and what is your score?
I mean, I didn't score it,
Jackass.
but like when you were gonna say it right now before you said the letterbox, I was gonna say like 3.5. I mean 3 to 3.5 because I was gonna do my I ranked the stunts. So here's my final thoughts. So my letterbox.
Bring the ranking of the stunts in with it.
So I did 5 stunts that I thought either made me laugh or I remember the most. So in no particular order except for the order that I put it in, which will start at 5. The Burglars is fucking hilarious because
Again, we missed it. We didn't talk about it.
Mainly because that guy just booked it. That dude took the fuck off.
He turned into Usain Bolt.
So, dude, he was hilarious. Off-road tattooing when Henry Rollins, mainly because Henry Rollins was in it, and he was
that in my
everywhere
notes, too.
at the
We just
time.
didn't have time
Henry
to.
Rollins, oh, so good. 3, I'm a big Party Boy guy, so Party Boy in Japan, just everything he was doing. That's 3.
One of the best cop reactions to a Party Boy ever.
Oh my god, he took his hat and just kept fucking dancing.
The cop,
and
dude, the
started
cop, that
blowing
was
the
so good.
whistle, and he just fucking bounced out the back
The cop
door.
just looked confused and happy.
He looked so well. Yeah, he was like, I like the attention.
Well,
but
uncomfortable. I think the smile was out of
what's going on.
uncomfort, not happiness, actually. Discomfort.
I like to agree to disagree, but you're probably actually more right. Number
think it
2,
was
the alligator tightrope. I actually always remember that. I thought that was from the show. I forgot that was even in this movie. And then number 1 was the butt X-ray because I will always remember them
good.
fucking with him, and it's just that like I said, him walking and them trying to get him to run is always so funny to me. So 3.5. It's a solid. It's not a real. It's like a movie, but not a real movie at the same time. So like you can't. I don't know. That's me, Jeff. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah. So
Jeff Tremaine, what do you give it?
Didn't rank stunts, but I did do honorable mentions of ones we missed while we were going.
Oh, good.
So honorable mentions. Wee Man Inside the Giant Traffic Cone in Japan.
I had it in my notes.
It's subtle. It's not gross. It's not necessarily a stunt. But just
I love that he
hilarious.
runs up and blocks the
escalator, right?
The escalator.
Yeah.
And what do? You just stop because we're polite people. You're not gonna
Yeah,
push past
bro.
traffic, huh?
Yeah, if that was in America, they would have knocked that shit off his fucking
They
head.
would have shot him.
Oh, dude.
He'd be dead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably would have shot him.
Beanbag shotgun. It's okay. The bungee wedgie. Bungee wedgie is just really
the
good.
bungee
That's a good one.
As far as painful stunts go,
There was
top
blood
future
in
movie.
the undies after that.
Yeah, I actually wrote in my notes, poopy bloody wedgie is actually what I put.
Nice.
And then the golf cart flip, another really iconic.
That
Knoxville
almost
injury.
killed Knoxville. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah. That was my dad's favorite Jackass skit because him and his buddies did that just drunk on a golf course one time. So whenever there was like commercials where a golf cart flipped, he'd always crack up. I was like, well, Dad, let me show you Jackass the movie, and please watch. These guys almost killed
It
themselves.
was built for him. God damn. He was the target audience.
I mean, just Craig Nelson, here you go. And then Letterboxd, kind of similar to Tim. I thought it was hard. I gave a 4 out of 5. I just
Nice.
love this movie. Asked to do it with you guys. Big fan.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, this is not the type of movie that you rate on, obviously, writing, acting, fucking directing. This is a movie that you're like, did they accomplish what they wanted to, and how much fun did I have? And my answer was a fucking lot. This is a 4 out of 5 movie for me as well. Locking it in.
Now you guys
I just had
I want to change mine to a 4 now. Apparently, I want to join you guys. Yeah,
Tim, you always change it.
I'm
You're
going
always
to 4. All right, in my notebook, we're going 4.
All right, I'm changing you to a 4. You always change it.
You want to know what sold me, Josh? When you said, well, both of you actually, a little bit of A, a little bit of B, a little bit of G, a little bit of J. You know, but like I like to think that I grade movies based off of what they're trying to do, and Josh said it right. It did what it's supposed to do. You can't, Josh. Sorry, I know you're supposed to be talking, and I'm taking over real quick.
No, go.
But
Take
like,
it.
you can't grade this movie on writing and acting and all that stuff because that's not what this movie's for. Editing, directing, like that's what this movie really is. That's what this movie shines. Like we talked about
What it
before.
needs.
Like unintentionally, the editing was fucking solid.
The editing is so good.
The pacing was so good, and the way that they just like kept it moving from one thing, and they did so many blackouts, and you're like, okay, that stunt's over. We're going to the next. Okay, that stunt's. We just got it. So like, okay, sorry, Josh.
And like we said, they would fade in, and then Steve would just leap through a fucking ceiling fan, and everybody would cackle, and it would fade out and go to the next thing. And that's all I fucking wanted and needed in life. And then it's like, my dad would be so disappointed in me if I shoved a car at my ass. Thanks, Ryan Dunn, for doing it. And then he's doing it. This movie cracks me up. And you know what? I haven't watched this franchise in a long time, but my memory is that they get even better. So I'm very excited for next week. I'm very excited to go into the sequel.
I was surprised that I remembered all the stunts that happened in this movie because I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. So
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot.
But when
believe
you
that.
make 80 million, here's the thing, 80 million on a normal movie would not seem like a lot, but when your budget is $5 million,
oh, dude,
that is a huge return because they even say, okay, you got to double that for the promotional budget. So even if the full budget with promotion was 10 million, it made 8 times that.
8 times its
That's a
return.
huge return for them.
huge.
This was a fantastic win
wanna
for
know-
Paramount.
I want to know how much was the insurance on this fucking movie. That's what I want to know.
Because again, that's why it got fucking canceled, because of people like y'all jackasses that were doing the movie, doing the stunts.
Dude,
So
if I could, I wish that like I had more time to find those old VHS tapes.
I know.
I would fucking play them. I would give them to
Dave.
Dave, our editor, and be like, "Yo, pepper these in every now and then," because I have a few of those.
I wasn't. Oh, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm Tim, fucking or whatever, or Johnny. I think we even said John in Knoxville. Welcome to fucking dumbass or whatever who did, you know. So yeah.
It's fitting. All right, Timbo, lead us out.
No, Jeff, you were going to say something before I cut you off. What were you going to say?
Timbo, I said lead us out.
Yeah. Don't worry.
If that's the case, Jeff, how can people find you? Do you do fun things on the internet, or do you not want to? Or do you want to be unknown?
No. Come find me. I'll be in the comments of this video on YouTube. GHNELS6623 on Letterboxd. Jeff Nelson on most social media. It's boring, but follow me. It's cool. We'll talk about
follow. Jeff's a fantastic person. Please give him a follow and listen to everything he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am so glad if you made it this far in the video. Please like, share, subscribe, help us out. We're a growing channel, and we want to grow with you and grow together, because that's how we grow. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. If you have a great stunt or a great moment from watching the Jackass movie, this franchise, please leave in the comments below. Let us know.
No, Tim,
it's us.
You can't ask people to do stunts for us. That's how we get sued.
No, it's your VHS tapes.
No, if they had like a fun stunt from the movie that they enjoyed that we didn't have a chance to talk about, leave those.
That's what you said. You said if you have a great stunt, leave.
I feel like they knew what I meant, though. If there was a great part of this movie that you left out, please leave it in the comments below. And let us know what we got wrong, what we got right, and everything in between. We love you all. Have a great night. Do not do anything that Jackass did. Please, I will tell you that we did in my youth. It did not go well for many of me and my friends.
And now my dick is 1 inch.
Josh, I told you that in confidence. Anyway, I hope you have a great night. We love you all. Smoochy booches. Josh?
Catch you on that flippity flop.